we are again on our third Friday with Brett Gorney and Servantee Ministries. And Brett, it was really good to hear. First episode, your testimony. Second episode was really just the genesis, the beginnings of Servantee Ministry, purpose-driven golf. And so, I noticed in between tapings here that you have a wristband with a verse on it and some catchphrases. And I asked you about that, and it was fascinating to me, very intriguing to me. Tell our friends out there a little more in depth about all that this represents and why.
Yeah, so he's talking about this little stretchy blue bracelet. It says Servantee, purpose-driven golf, and then Acts 26:16 is a verse. And that verse says, "Arise, stand to your feet, for this purpose I have appeared to you." Mm. It goes on further, and that verse is Jesus speaking to Paul on the Damascus Road when he blinded him and then appeared to him. Well, the light was so bright, and he says that to Paul, and he tells Paul that he's going to go and preach the gospel to the Gentiles. And I was reading that verse, and it just struck me because when I gave my life to Christ in 2010. Another verse, Ephesians 5:14, which says, "Awake, O sleeper, arise from the dead, and Christ will shine upon you." And that's actually when we did the trips to El Salvador, they were called Mission 514 trips based on that verse, because it was all about, hey, there's too many people sleepwalking through life, right? Just getting by, or just kind of, doing the thing. And like, man, Christ has got so much more for us, right? And so it's like, wake up, stand on your feet, right? So arise, stand on your feet for this purpose. And when I read that Acts 26:16 last year, I was like, man, this purpose is today. Like, I don't know. I may have a bigger purpose, with Servantee and connecting the golf community and getting men that don't know the Lord, or maybe they do and they're just not really following, or they're not sure what their purpose is. But like, get up, stand on your feet. Today is the purpose I've appeared to you. And it's really about just asking God, what's my purpose today? What's on my calendar?
That's good.
Who are you going to put in front of me today? How can I be an encouragement to them? How can I serve them? And selfishly, what do you have for me? Help me be open to seeing the opportunities, like you and I meeting at Wally's clinic, right? And so it helps me get excited about each day. Not just this grand, because it's a walk, right? Yeah. And I know I want to sprint. Oh, and you see all the things I got going on, right?
Your plate's pretty full, yeah.
But then the other side of it, on the inside, you flip it inside out, and it says, "Live a life well played." And I know Arnold Palmer has a book, A Life Well Played. It's kind of his golf memoirs, which is a great read. But in 2021, when we were doing our purpose-driven golf day and fundraiser, I gave a talk. We have this thing called Coffee and Conversations, and that's our time to have intentional conversations. So at the beginning of our events, we have somebody share a testimonial-based talk. And so I had to share the Servantee story, my story, and that in order for me to make the changes in my life, I had to live what I call a life well played. And the well is an acronym. So the W is to live in the word and will of God. Mm. The E is to eliminate fear, doubt, anger, jealousy, bitterness from my life. The first L is love unconditionally, and the second L is live with greater purpose.
I'm gonna steal that.
Do it. That's I'm gonna give you my bracelet, and you can have it forever.
Yeah. All right, good.
Yeah. So when I gave my talk at the golf event, I said, I put a question back to the tables, all the golfers. I said, what does living a life well played look like for you? And we talk about in golf, we want to play in the fairways of life, right? But once in a while, we're going to hit it in the rough, and once in a while, we might hit it out of bounds. Hopefully, we don't, because that's not good. You don't ever want to lose the baby, right? Don't lose the baby. But and also in golf, we have caddies, and what does a caddy do for us? Yeah. Carries the weight of our bag. He helps guide us and direct us and get back on the course. Just like Jesus. Jesus is our caddy. He carries our weight for us, right?
Yes, he does.
His word guides us and directs us back, and to get us back on the path that God's got set for us, right? And so I said to the group, the questions we gave the group I said, what does living a life well played look like for you? And then if there's any areas in your life where you're playing out of the rough too much or possibly heading out of bounds, who are the caddies in your life that can help carry your weight, help get you back on track? And that's the importance of having those 2, 3, 4 people in your life that you can call at 3 a.m. and they're happy to get your call.
And that's why we do links fellowships all over the country, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of country clubs, coast to coast, men, women getting together, getting into the Word, learning how to live life well played, loving, serving others. What a great journey. Well, we want to come back next Friday and talk a little bit more about maybe this recent trip to Guatemala and some other things. I love this. I'm not giving this back. And we didn't stage that, by the way. Just intrigued by it. So God bless everybody. Brett and I both just say to ourselves and to you out there in our listening audience, hope and trust and pray that in your heart of hearts, you want to learn to live life well under the Lordship of Jesus Christ. God bless. Amen. See you next Friday.